Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. This is your daily tarot reading for the 19th of October 2023, and as you can see we'll be using the Tarot of the Abyss for today's daily tarot reading. Yesterday was the first day it premiered on my channel to actually be used. Quite interesting. Let's see what else this deck can do. Okay, my lovelies, I am back. Got all your cards out on the table. We have no aces. We have 8 major arcana, which is quite a lot. There's actually not that many cards here. And if you notice, we have like all majors in this first row except for one. Which is great because that's the best part of our day. So let's go ahead and jump right in. However, I will say there's dual energy in this reading. So I will be reading this for 2 categories, just FYI. So the best part of your day, we have the Empress, followed by the Fool, followed by the Emperor. So there's our match set. Yes, we are reading this for love because we have our Divine Feminine, our Divine Masculine, and there's love energy here. We have the Wise One, which is our Hierophant in this deck, the Lovers, and the Four of Pentacles. So if you know anything about tarot, you know that the best part of your day is, yes, a fresh new start or a fresh union. You know, a meeting of the minds of a Divine Feminine and a Divine Masculine. It is a relationship that is worth holding on to. This is potential soulmate vibes here. Or perhaps even twin flames coming together. This is not a karmic partnership by any means. So this is definitely somebody that's either a twin flame or a soulmate that is in your soul contract that you have the potential to kick things off with, to make it official, or to start the next chapter of your life with a higher commitment, whether that is engagement or marriage. But this is definitely worth holding on to. Don't get me wrong. Now, the other part of this, which we're going to be reading this as a life purpose. You've been very much hard at work, trying to find out where you fit into things, but also how to create and forge your own path. How do you connect and hold on to that path, that direction, that meaning to your life? And you do gain some insight on what that is for the day. Whether it's you heading in the right or wrong direction, where you need to build more, where you need to demolish more, or whether or not you've had kind of a mistaken identity and you've picked the wrong thing because your purpose lies elsewhere. Like I said, you end up gaining some knowledge. That tends to be very important when it comes to your potentials. Alright, now we're going to get into the worst part of our day. We have the Two of Swords, the Tower, the Devil, the Eight of Wands, the Chariot, the Page of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, I'm not so surprised when it comes to life purpose that this is coming up this way. We've had a lot of indecisions. We've had a lot of moments where we've had to shift and move, but also where we've learned things, where we're limiting, and how to move on strongly, because while we're questioning things, it leaves us indecisive. It means we're coming to a standstill, hence the Page of Wands and Seven Pentacles both in the reverse. We're freezing, we're holding on, and not really taking much action, simply because we're looking at those potentials and seeing whether they're right or whether they're wrong. So we're not giving energy into anything at that point. So yes, we might have a bit of a halting moment while we get things in order. before we learn and get the right idea of, all right, are we building? Oh gosh, the tapestry. We have a stone wall. Are we putting our bricks in the right places? Are we building in the right location? Are we building the right things? Yes. But in order to have that epiphany with our lovely tower card, yes, we literally have to look at all the options, all the choices. And that means we're halting for a minute. We're looking at it. We're not actively doing anything. We're not actively putting our energy into building or otherwise moving forward. But once we have that epiphany, yes, we realize where the limitations are, where the hang-ups are. We get the message, we get the point, and then we can really drive our purpose home in the correct way. So we leave that indecisive, lack of action period behind, which is great. Totally great. All right, now in love, there's some things that you might have hang-ups from. Questioning, okay, is this my person? Is this not my person? Are they going to treat me the same way this person in the past did? You might have trauma or issues from past relationships cropping up. You might be just plain old doubting yourself of, oh, I really want that person. Oh, wait, should I not do that? So you might be back and forth quite a lot about this person, questioning, okay, do they add value? Are they really who I think they are? If I do this, am I going to screw myself over? Am I going to get hurt again? And it's going to take a while for you to realize where your own hang-ups are, because you might be way too much in your own head. You might realize you're not being committed towards one action or the other, and it's all because of past things. You might be projecting, like I said, past issues, past hang-ups, past trauma, and you might come to the realization that you have a little bit of baggage that you really need to move on from and just kind of go for it instead of sitting there questioning and having so much doubt all in your head. I mean, it takes two for a relationship. So if you're the one that's only mulling things over on your side only without the other person's input, you might end up driving yourself crazy, literally. Because you're just seeing things from your viewpoint and you're not getting their viewpoint. And the only way you're going to know is if you move on from that energy where you've isolated yourself in just your own little world, creating your own little narrative. If you move on from that energy, then you get the option to involve the other person and actually find out and discover what potential the relationship can have. So you're not shooting it down before it even starts. And with that said, that also plays into this tapestry that my ancestors drew me to, because you build a relationship and you have to maintain it. And you do that very slowly, brick by brick, and sometimes that takes a little precision. So don't shoot things down before things actually get started. All right, and our obstacle, and how to get over our obstacle, we have the King of Cups. I do love this King of Cups. I just feel like saying ahoy on this one, this King of Cups. Sorry, side commentary. You have the King of Cups, the Three of Swords in the reverse, the Three of Swords again in the reverse because there's multiple alternative cards in this deck, the Four of Swords in the reverse, and if I'm not mistaken, those three cards were in the same position, in the same order, in a different placement of our reading yesterday. We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. Oh, yes. Very much so. Okay. Remember when I said you might be a little bit too much in your own head creating narratives? Yeah. You might actually need to listen to your heart more. Be more in tune with your intuition, because it's trying to tell you something, and if you follow it, you're going to end up being more authentic, more honest, and being a little bit more self-caring to you as you move forward, as you build, as you create, as you take take advantage of the potentials and current possibilities, the current opportunity, whether that this is a person or what's showing up for you for your life purpose. Maybe you end up getting an offer or something and you're questioning the validity of it in your mind, but your heart says, oh yeah, that's my dream job, let's do it, yeah. Like I said, you could be all up in your head about it and being too logical, whereas your intuition, your gut, your feelings are saying, yeah, go for it. This is what we're meant to do. This is what we need to do. So you're going to have to learn how to trust your heart, your intuition, your emotions a bit more. And of course, like I said, you probably have some hangups. You probably have some damage done to you from past experiences, whether that is good experience or bad experiences. You have your own baggage, and that, of course, may lead you to not trust your emotions or your heart so much because you've had your ups and downs and your heart's made bad decisions before. So you're using your head more when you need to be using your heart right now. You need to follow that joy. You need to follow that emotion. You need to follow that gut intuition feeling because it's right and it's so in tune, but the problem is you're ignoring it and you're creating doubt. You're probably creating false narratives. You're too much in your head. You're ignoring the signs. So be aware of that. I noticed this yesterday, and I almost said it, and I didn't. It's funny because the woman on the Three of Swords actually kind of looks like me, by the way. It's hilarious. So when your gut feeling is there, when your passion goes, when your emotions sound off, you really need to sit up and pay attention to that. I mean, yes, that means you're probably going to have to come to a standstill and examine it. But remember to utilize your heart just as much as your brain. Find the answers. Go ahead, enlighten yourself. Have that tower moment. Seek it, by all means. Don't shy away from it. It is there for a reason. It is available. And we do have the Hierophant. Yes, you have a moment to learn something valuable today. Not only of where you need to be, where you're going, where you're headed, and who you're taking with you and why, but there's also this feeling that what is meant for you will never pass you by, but at the same time you need to make sure that you're being proactive. You need to make sure that you're actually taking that leap. We have the Fool card on the table. You have to be willing to have faith and go ahead and jump off that cliff. Take that chance. Take that risk. Be open. Be vulnerable. Approach that relationship as if it's the first time you've had one. Be joyful in it because that is a new person. And that is your person. Interesting. All right, I'm gonna look at your astrology real quick. Oh, that's why the moon enters Capricorn, and since I'm a moon in Capricorn, that is awesome. Okay, path you're on gets more attention. You can focus on the direction you're going. That definitely shows up here. Does it lead you to where you hope you'd be? Yes, we're being very practical. We're being very all in our head, and we're ignoring our emotions. That is very much a Moon in Capricorn placement. Yikes. Okay. And I did add up all your cards. Everything adds up to 92, which reduces to 11, the master number of service. Yes, you can do yourself a service by getting out of your head, getting more into your emotions, and start making decisions in the correct direction. And yes, that does mean taking a leap of faith. That does mean trusting your intuition, your gut more. That does mean probably giving a person a chance because they're your soulmate. They're somebody special. This is somebody you're supposed to hold on to and take forward into the future. They are meant to be yours. The path that is your life purpose, it is there waiting. It is yours. So you might as well go ahead and grab onto it. Take full control of the reins and go for it. All right, my lovelies, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Hopefully this resonated for you. If it does, go ahead, give me a big thumbs up. Feel free to share the videos anywhere online. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.